I know Enphase now offers an extended warranty option you can purchase directly from the manufacturer. Now, Dean, I have to ask about this, though, because you shared something with me the other day that really I think is a concern for folks that are considering maybe making this investment. And there are some warranty scams out there. Can you share a little bit with, particularly for homeowners that are maybe they're in the process, they're getting different quotes, they're being approached by different contractors with these proposals. What are some scams or pitfalls that a potential homeowner needs to avoid when looking at how to protect their solar or storage system? But what are some of the things that you saw on the sales side of the business, and how did that help influence your approach to what you're doing now with Solar Insure?
Sure.
All right, welcome to the Solar Surge podcast. On today's episode, we have another special guest for you, Dean Chiaravallotti from Solar Insure, and we're going to be learning all about solar warranties and how to get the best protection for your solar power system. So Dean, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Joe. Appreciate it very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So tell us, kind of from the beginning, for those that don't know you, maybe they're not familiar with your company. First off, how did you get started in solar? And then how did you get connected with Solar Insure?
So I started in solar, worked on a nonprofit project in 2010. I had gotten solar on my house previously to that in 2009. And then I got really deep into solar in 2015. I ended up selling over 700 systems to business and homeowners in that time. And I brought that experience to Solar Insure and helped hundreds of companies and thousands of professionals be able to help people transition to renewable energy.
That's great. So you started in the industry as a sales professional?
Yes.
And okay. And so what are some of the things that you saw? This industry has been through a lot of ups and downs, as you know, but what are some of the things that you saw on the sales side of the business, and how did that help influence your approach to what you're doing now with Solar Insure?
Sure. The after install service was always a second, like on the back burner. Both the companies that I used to work for are out of business now. And I still get calls from those homeowners, and I do help them find some service somewhere from a professional. But it's really, they call in a panic and like, hey, so-and-so's company's out of business. How am I going to get my solar fixed? It's not working. And it really is a bad feeling, especially when I know that feeling too. So
yeah. And this is actually a topic that keeps coming up today as we're talking to different folks here at the solar conference, is that, the failure rate on the contractor side is much, much higher. Especially right now, we're going into a much tougher environment financially. Interest rates are going up. I presume getting financing for new projects can be more difficult. And so, solar contractors, I know that if their sales dip significantly, or if their cash flow coming in dips significantly, that can put them on really, really shaky ground. And some of them don't pull out.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've definitely seen that. And there's been kinks in the hose, so to speak, in that cash flow. And so that's why we actually, as far as at Solar Insure, our Agapian, our CEO and founder, he had a great idea. As far as we used to insure solar contractors in the beginning, starting in 2006. And really what he saw was homeowners calling and asking for longer warranties and longer, and even the contractors wanting to have a longer warranty, and homeowners calling him, hey, my contractor's out of business. So he developed this product, and really it solves a huge problem in the industry, where if someone goes solar and they have the Solar Insure warranty, they're covered for 30 years against manufacturer default coverage, and if the contractor goes out of business. So really it's just a fail-safe for someone going solar.
Yeah, and I think that's so important because, and I know if you're shopping for solar out there, I mean, there's certain things that you will typically do. You look at the company's reviews. One of the things that sometimes is very difficult for a homeowner to do, though, when they're vetting different contractors, is actually getting a look at what's the financial health of the company. Because if the company's losing money, chances are they're not going to be in business 2 or 3 years from now, right? But if the company's profitable, they have a good cash reserve, other things like this, then that gives you a little bit more peace of mind that the company's going to be there. So can you talk a little bit about how does Solar Insure vet its contractor, its certified contractors before even allowing them to offer the Solar Insure protection with their solar?
Sure. First of all, is they fill out an application. They already have to have 3 years in business first to even get one. Install 20 or more solar deals per month that qualify, and own access to monitoring. So we really push out the contractors that aren't really installing their own deals. There may be some that are just installing for other people, but they're vertically integrated usually, and that's a lot better for the homeowner, a lot better experience. And then once they apply, we do a credit check. We look at their OSHA, if they have any OSHA violations, if they have insurance claims, we do a background history on the insurance, and then we look at their license with the state, see if there's any complaints, and then we do a social media review and a Better Business Bureau review, and those are just some of the things that we do. And then as far as if there's any red flags on there, if they don't have a certain level of meet our criteria, then they get rejected. And if they pass that, then they get through and they become certified. And then to keep them as a certified installer, they've got to make sure they register the warranties on time, because a homeowner might get sold a warranty, but if we don't know about it, then that's another issue. And they also need to pay on time. And then we do regular social media and credit checks to keep on the health of that certified installer. So really, and we're doing more and more things to make sure that the homeowner's protected.
It sounds like it. I mean, and again, most homeowners, what I've seen, most homeowners will check maybe Google reviews, maybe Yelp, and then maybe they'll do a Better Business Bureau check. And usually that's about it. They don't necessarily do it. So, seeing if there's open insurance claims, seeing if there's any complaints at the contractor license board, sounds like a much more thorough vetting than what a typical homeowner is going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got experienced compliance and underwriting team that does this each and every day. Some of them have been in solar for a decade, and they understand contracting and contractors, and also on the homeowner side as well. So lots of experience on our team.
Great. Now, one of the things that you mentioned, Dean, I'm not sure if a lot of folks caught it, but you mentioned that you will not vet or you will not certify an install company that does not own the access to the monitoring. And so what I think you mean there is, some solar companies they'll sell you the system, but then they'll subcontract actually putting it on your roof to another construction crew that may not be responsible for actually keeping it online. Can you explain a little bit about how that works in the industry and why that's something that you would want to stay away from as a warranty provider?
Sure. Yeah. So as far as that, if we're not working with the one who owns the monitoring access, because we include monitoring, we're monitoring the system for the entire warranty period, then usually they're distanced from the install, and they might be installing for another contractor, but they're not actually owning the workmanship warranty, or they're not owning up to taking care of the customer after install. So we're working with the installer that has that, their own workmanship warranty, their own roof penetration warranty, but we just enhance that and to the 30 years as far as on the roof penetration warranty and the parts and labor and roof penetration. So for that major components on the system, we just enhance that.
Okay. I want to take a moment to explain what that means to folks that might be new to the space and everything. So it's not uncommon in our industry right now. I know this is one of these dirty little secrets of the solar industry, but it's not uncommon that you have a solar company that sells you the system, but then once all the permits are approved, once all the paperwork is ready to go, they'll subcontract the actual physical work to another construction crew. And that construction crew may or may not have their own independent licensing, may not have their own certification. And so if that system needs service, let's say one of the panels was plugged in improperly, or God forbid, but it happens sometimes, or one of the roof penetrations was made improperly, and now you have a roof leak. Well, the company you bought your solar from, whose name is on the guarantee, they may not actually control the employees or the workers that installed the system. So now they're going to have to go try to find somebody else to go back out there and make repairs. If that crew isn't successful, they have to go try to find somebody else. And so you can find yourself very easily in this cycle of, passing the hot potato, but the homeowner is waiting for an actual solution to their problem. And so I'm glad that you mentioned that, but I can see where then having that extra layer of protection is important, because if the company that sold your solar eventually kind of throws their hands up and say, okay, I can't do this, I can't fix it, then how do you all step in to solve that problem?
Yeah, so if they refuse to do the work or not available or out of business, then we have another certified service provider that we call on to be able to go out and fix that roof penetration or do the warranty service work, and we pay them to do it. So the homeowner never sees an invoice as far as any of the warranty work. It goes straight to the contractor, sends it right to us, and we pay for it.
Got it. And is it something that the homeowner can make a claim directly against the warranty with Solar Insure? Do they have to go through an intermediary, or how does that process work? Let's say I'm a homeowner. The company, for whatever reason, that did my install is not available or not able to perform under the warranty. So I call Solar Insure. How does that process work?
Sure. So if they call the original contractor and they're not available, they're not responding, and they call us, it's no problem. Like, please call us. We want you to let us know. And we reach out to the original contractor with the contacts that we have. If there is no response, then we're going to send out another provider to take care of it. The homeowner doesn't have to call the manufacturer. They don't have to call any other service provider for the warranty. We take care of it all through the service provider that would do the warranty service work.
Got it. Now I'm curious what sort of financial engineering goes into providing a warranty product like that. Can you tell me a little bit about the team that you work with? Is it all folks that came from the solar industry? Did some of the folks come from finance, or what goes into making up that team?
Yeah, we have people from all different parts. We have some with solar experience. Our CFO, he came from a long insurance history background as a CFO of couple of different large national insurance carriers. We also, Ara Agapian, he's a full insurance background history with a passion for renewable energy and protecting that consumer's investment. And then on our operations side, we have some that came from like a procedural type of things to be able to give the best customer experience and internally run a company very well. And another part of our operations is straight from solar VP of Ops, being able to do those things and run construction crews to do solar. But now we've got him and some of his team with us as well. And all different compliance on our compliance team. We have someone who's worked in the industry, in the insurance industry, to be able to be our compliance manager. So all of this combined experience is what we're doing, and we're attracting very high quality, highly talented individuals that we are happy to have on our team. Great.
So who are primarily you looking to connect with at the conference here? Is it mainly to solar installers that to be offering your product, or what have you been able to get from your attendance at the conference here at the Intersolar?
Well, so we see a lot of excitement here at Intersolar post-COVID, right? We just have the IRA came out, and then now net metering 3.0, and we're just getting a lot of feedback on storage, right? Been able to talk to a lot of manufacturers that either are on our AVL or not on our AVL that want to be on our AVL because our installers are asking them to, or they're asking our installers to install their product, but we have to vet them first. We have to put them through Zurich North America to get approved to be on our AVL. So our certified installers, we're learning that there's a lot of control that Solar Insure has, even though we do have a wide open AVL. Over 50 panel manufacturers.
And when you say AVL, for those that aren't in the industry, it's approved vendors list.
Yes,
correct?
Approved vendors. So like even the contractors that we use, we say you can use these approved vendors or manufacturers to be able to install it on the customer's homes. And that's important too, is every one of those manufacturers is on our AVL on the solar side have a 30-year part warranty that includes labor with us. And on the batteries, it's 20 years. So really when the contractor goes in to offer anything, they've got to choose it from the list that we have approved, and it isn't every vendor out there. This show is bringing out about, looks like 25 or 30 different battery manufacturers, and some we haven't heard of before, right?
Yeah.
So right now we have 6 battery manufacturers on our AVL. We're going to be adding more just because we want there to be availability with the net metering 3.0, and I can speak to that in a little while. But as far as the conference is giving us industry information and validation on what we're doing and what we're doing to help protect the consumer investment. And we are seeing some contractors that are coming to our booth and saying, hey, we want to work with you guys, because where there's our customers in the market, they can't win against someone that has our product, and they have to have it. And we feel like going to shows like this and continuing to let people know about Solar Insure, it's just going to be a standard in the industry. No one is going to be able to have solar without our warranty.
Yeah, well, I know it's something that we get questions about a lot. And I'd like to talk a little bit about why is warranty coverage specifically important when you're talking about solar and storage, not just solar. Because you're right, that's one of the things I notice is that there's new batteries popping up all over the place. And, we don't know exactly how are all these companies going to be here for the long term. In my personal opinion, half of them are not going to be here for the long term. Some are tried and proven brands and companies that Others are products that I'm just seeing for the first time. And but with the net metering rule change, you touched on that, a lot more people are going to be thinking about storage now. A lot more installers are going to feel that they have to offer storage now, because many installers don't just choose not to do storage. It's a whole nother category of technical training and logistics, and just a whole nother category that many solar companies don't do. But now they realize if they don't get on board with this, they're going to be left behind. So from a warranty perspective, why is protection so important when you're talking solar and storage, not just solar?
Yeah, so as far as the average battery warranty is between 5 and 12 years. And most people are financing batteries combined into a 25-year loan, 25-year loan with solar. And why would you want to pay for something that isn't working anymore? That doesn't have a warranty for 15 years, right? So what happens is with that warranty protection, 20 years on the battery, it includes the truck rolls, parts, and labor and battery replacement. After the manufacturer's warranty is over, and it starts from day one if the manufacturer defaults. So it's very important because we was just talking with a gentleman earlier, and the biggest asset that most homeowners have is their home, and the second biggest thing they might buy is solar with storage. It's even more than a car, right? They would run a normal car.
Could be double what the car costs.
Yeah. So like right now, the average solar system's about $40,000. Tack on another a battery, maybe another $15,000, $20,000 on top of that. And that depends on how much you want to store and to back up in your home too. So having that available is that warranty is available so much more important nowadays, just because it is an emerging market. It is an emerging product, but it's a must-have. And we feel like we're helping accelerate people to make the decision to have solar and storage with our warranty products because they're feeling confident and secure. The other reason why is if you're ever going to sell your home, most people move within 5 to 7 years. Our warranty is fully transferable to anyone who buys a home, unlimited times without expense. So as far as that, it's just another great feature of our warranty. And I've had homeowners moving and they call us up and they say, hey, I'm not going to close escrow until I have a new form with the new homeowner's information on there, and then we'll close escrow. Because having such a robust warranty on any electronic on your home, and especially solar batteries, is so important, and it just increases your resellability and that transfer.
Absolutely. Now, Dean, I have to ask about this though, because you shared something with me the other day that really I think is a concern for folks that are considering maybe making this investment. And there are some warranty scams out there. Can you share a little bit with, particularly for homeowners that are maybe they're in the process, they're getting different quotes, they're being approached by different contractors with these proposals. What are some scams or pitfalls that a potential homeowner needs to avoid when looking at how to protect their solar or storage system?
Sure. So if you're going solar with a certified Solar Insure contractor, you're protected. If you ever want to verify that they are with us and that they are legitimately a Solar Insure certified installer, please contact our office or just go on a web chat at solarinsure.com and we can help you verify that. Secondly, is there's other ones that may fake being a Solar Insure certified installer or not being certified. And what happens is you just got to be aware. So just check with our office. That could be your test. Just check with our office to make sure that they're with our company and that they are currently certified with us. The other thing is there's so many warranties out there that contractors offer, and it may be even a great sounding warranty, 25 years, parts and labor. But really, if you think about it, those warranties aren't really backed up by any reserves. It's just a verbal or written type of a warranty saying, as long as we're in business, we'll take care of your system. But a lot of times contractors, unfortunately, don't plan ahead for that rainy day when something does fail and there's an issue. Or if that manufacturer's out of business, then that part warranty's gone, right?
Right.
So being able to be with Solar Insure, we have reserves. We have plenty of those to be able to take care of those things. We are fiscally responsible and have a fiduciary duty to do what we do. And we're here for the long term and the long run to be able to help your investment in solar.
Yeah. Now, again, so important because most homeowners do not have that level of visibility into the contractor to say, okay, you've given me a 25-year warranty. Well, how much cash is in your warranty reserve account right now? And if the salesperson looks confused or says blah, 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 you might think, well, maybe that warranty isn't as solid as they're representing it to be. But the other thing that we see, because, Solar Insure is not the only third-party warranty that's out there. Some of the battery companies, for example, I know Enphase now offers an extended warranty option you can purchase directly from the manufacturer. Solar Edge for many years has had an extended warranty option on their inverter. And I'm glad that they do it the way that they do, because you can register your serial number as a homeowner. You can register your serial number for your equipment directly with the manufacturer. So whether you have a warranty, an extended warranty on your equipment or not. It's not something where the sales representative can just kind of, make a promise without having a paper trail or something to back it up. So I'm glad that you touched on that as well. What are some other things that you would advise, again, for people that are not industry people, but are either homeowners or maybe contractors that are just getting into the space? What are some other things that they need to be aware of or potential pitfalls to avoid?
Sure. Number one is the manufacturer warranty. On let's say on solar panels, most solar panels don't have a labor warranty. They have a 25-year part warranty, anywhere from 10 to 25 year, and some sort of a 25-year linear output warranty. What does that linear output warranty mean? It means that the panel is going to degrade no less than 0.5% a year for 25 years. That's the normal type of a 25-year linear output warranty. But most times it doesn't cover labor. And if it does cover labor, it's a fixed cost, and it's based on what today's cost is to replace a panel. And it doesn't escalate as time goes on. So that's one thing. And then on the inverter warranties, you can extend some inverter warranties with the manufacturer, but there's no labor associated with that. So with Solar Insure, we just take that risk, right? We take on that risk. We enhance the warranty to 30 years when people have Solar Insure with their installation, and the labor is for 30 years. The truck rolls are for 30 years. And then we monitor it as well for 30 years. So that is something that really provides you with the most uptime protection for the entire life of the system.
Great. Well, as always, it's an exciting time to be in solar. I guess, there's always something changing, it seems like, in this industry. So it's great to be here and kind of hear the latest news and hear from Dean and companies like Solar Insure that are innovating and really providing a differentiated product in the space. So Dean, where do you see things going from here for yourself and for the company?
Well, I just see a lot of growth and a lot of innovation and mission driven, and we're mission driven, and we make a lot of most of our decisions that we make are data driven, right? And we have a lot of data, and we see more needs in the market, and we're going to continue to innovate and continue to protect consumer investment in renewable energies. And the future looks very bright for Solar Insure, and for myself in the company as well. We love the industry, and we are excited. We do see some ups and downs, like they call it the solar coaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we see a lot of opportunity.
Great. Us too. Well, folks, again, this is Dean Chiaravallotti, Chief Revenue Officer at Solar Insure. It's your third-party warranty protection for your solar system equipment and labor for up to 30 years, transferable. We'll make sure that we get a link in the website if you'd like to go and learn more information about Solar Insure's warranty specifically. We'll make sure that we get that link for you. Dean, just want to say thanks again for joining us on the podcast. And I wish you success with the rest of the trip here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joe. And if you want a company to really take good care of you, connect with Solar Surge.
Well, thanks for the endorsement. Hey, right now we are offering Solar Insure through our solar installation. So if you're one of the people out there watching that you're in the process of getting quotes and evaluating solar, we do have the Solar Insure warranty currently available in Florida and Texas. We're working to get it online through our network in California and some of the other solar states. Of course, if we can't help you directly with that, you can always go to solarinsure.com, I presume, right, to find out who the certified providers are in your area.
Yes, we can help with that. Absolutely.
Great. Well, folks, that does it for this episode of the podcast. As always, I'm Joe Ordia here, encouraging you to get prepared and be empowered. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.